wrestling. On Dollar, it's Choice of USA Wrestling. It should be for YouTube. Dollar Sports Services.
We stay at 69 kilos at quarterfinals on mat 3 for Titan Mercury in the red.
Continuing in the 97 kilogram weight class, we're headed to the bottom side of the bracket, though. Enock Francois, Cayle Byers, Francois in the blue, Byers in the red. Byers representing the Titan Mercury Wrestling Club, New York Athletic Club for Francois. Cayle Byers was 5th at the 2015 U.S. Open. He was also your 2015 Dave Schultz Memorial International Champion. Enock Francois, he got in on the appeals process. He was 7th at your 2015 Open. Wild cards were distributed. It was supposed to be 1 per weight class. There was an appeal process for that. Several guys took advantage of that appeals process. 2 of them at this weight class, Win Mahalik and Enock Francois, got in on that second wild card procedure with the appeal. Dustin Kilgore got the original wild card at the weight class. Francois, he's warned for his passivity. It was confirmed. First warning, the second one will put him on the 30-second shot clock. Remember, Byers started his collegiate career at George Mason, transferred to Oklahoma State, where he was 3rd in the 2012 championships.
The USA Wrestling Coaches Education Program will host a
Enock Francois, he was a 3-time NAIA All-American competing for Northwest College and California Baptist. Second passivity warning, you saw the action stop. On your graphics, underneath the score, you see the blue clock counting up. Francois has 30 seconds to create some action to score some points. If he doesn't do that, it will be stopped at the end of the 30 seconds once action's complete. If the action starts to go before that 30, they'll let the action continue to see if a scoring sequence takes place. No action at the 30-second period. That's a caution on Francois. 1 point goes up on the board for Cayle Byers. Byers was an outside single, turned almost to an inside. Now a front head for Francois. Byers again firing a shot from the outside. Francois blocking off. We're going to finish our first period. 1-0 lead at the break for Byers. As we go to the second period, a lot of times if both guys are, if it's not obvious who's the aggressor, a lot of times they'll err on the side of caution. They'll put the opposite guy and call him for passivity, put him on the shot clock. And if Francois was to be called again, he would go immediately to the shot clock. It doesn't reset. All your warnings are cumulative there. So it's warning, 30-second shot clock, 30-second shot clock if you were to get 3 passivity calls. We did see that come into play a couple times yesterday. A big one was in our best-of-3 series, Zach Ray was put on the shot clock twice. Double leg for Francois. He drives through Byers, drives him out of bounds for the step-out point. 1-1 on the board.
To win a trip for 2, including airfare, room, and tickets for the World Wrestling Championships in Las Vegas. The drawing for those winners will be tonight during their finals. Don't pass up this opportunity for those signed shoes or the trip to the World Championships.
All right, getting some confirmation here. I wanted to make sure that I was calling the criteria right here. I didn't see a fleeing the hole there. It was just called a step out on that double leg. So even though Francois scored the last points, Byers still leads because of that caution on the shot clock violation. So that's one thing to watch, whether they call fleeing the hold. If they call fleeing the hold, they'll put the hand out, call the caution, put the point up. If they're just calling a step out, they'll just put the 1 point. And I was going to say that here in the arena, they'll show a flash on the scoreboard. They actually had it wrong for a second. They were flashing green. Now it's red. That's not going to matter now, though, as Francois scores the exposures and goes up. 4 points confirmed, and he leads 5-1. There's the challenge. Angry Bird coming in. www.charityorganizations. I don't have the flyer in front of me. And but you can go on to the USA Wrestling team page. Redbirds will be signed by the men's champions. Bluebirds will be signed by the women's champions here. They're going to be auctioned off for a great cause. Beat the Streets, Madison. All proceeds will go there. Hit up your USA Wrestling homepage for that. We're going to be joined on the broadcast here by Mark Jolkover. He was here with me yesterday on Mat 1. He's back for action on day 2. What have you seen so far in the morning session? What surprised you? 74 kilograms. Anything surprising there?
I actually wasn't able to catch most of that. I was over on mat number 3 announcing some of those women's quarterfinal bouts, so we had some great matches over on mat 3, so I wasn't able to catch too much. I did see that a little bit of the Caldwell-Valencia match, and that was kind of surprising for me.
And it's a technical fall, and sometimes in that backside, both guys in Las Vegas in that third place match, they were qualified for the team trials. Not a whole lot to wrestle for, and you see Caldwell make the adjustments and come back. He turns the tables on Valencia. He texts Valencia this time, and he makes a semifinal matchup with Taylor. The challenge here for Byers, it's going to be overturned. So rather than being 5-1 on the board, it's 3-1. And we're back to action. 3-1. Enock Francois over Cayle Byers. The other weight class we saw, 66 kilograms. Impressive performance by Kellen Russell over Jason Ness.
And a good scrap there from Frank Molinaro and Jimmy Kennedy. I mean, that was a fun match. That weight is just absolutely insane. It's crazy the amount of quality, high-level, world-level wrestlers. I mean, out of those 8 guys that are wrestling that weight, I would choose anyone to go represent us on the world level. And then you still got Brent Metcalf, the man who has been just dominant in the country, in the world. He's sitting out and waiting for one man to come through this challenge bracket.
Closing 20 seconds. Byers is going to need a takedown here. He trails 3-1.
And that'll end it, and Francois will move on. He takes the 3-1 win over Cayle Byers, and Enock Francois will move on.